Exercise 13.2, first question. A solid is in the shape of a cone standing on a hemisphere. There is a cone standing on a hemisphere with both their radii being equal to 1. Both of them have radius 1. See, when I say cone standing on a hemisphere, it can also be like this, small cone. It can also be like this. So how do you know which is correct? They are saying both their radii are equal. That means it's exactly sitting, the two bases. So both their radii given are 1 and the height of the cone is equal to its radius. So both their radii are 1 and height of the cone is equal to radius. Radius is 1. So can I say this is also 1? Yes. So R is equal to 1, H is equal to 1. Find the volume of the solid in terms of pi. That means keep pi as it is. Don't substitute 22 by 7. Don't substitute 3.14. So what happens here? Find the volume of the solid. Volume of solid is equal to volume of hemisphere plus volume of cone. Volume of hemisphere 2 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of cone 1 by 3 pi r square h. 2 by 3 keep pi as it is. 1 cube plus 1 by 3 pi 1 square into 1. So what happens now? 2 by 3 pi plus 1 by 3 pi 3. 2 pi plus 1 pi 3 pi by 3. You just get pi centimeter cube. Question 2. Rachel, an engineering student, was asked to make a model shaped like a cylinder with two cones attached at its two ends by using a thin aluminium sheet. So she took a cylinder. She has two cones attached at its two ends with a thin aluminium sheet. It's all made with aluminium sheet. The diameter of the model is 3 centimeters. Diameter of the model is 3 centimeters. And its length is 12 centimeters. So the total length is 12 centimeters. If each cone has a height of 2 centimeters, each cone has a height of 2 centimeters. Find the volume of the air contained in the model that Rachel made. So if this is 2 and this is 2, first of all radius becomes 3 by 2. What about this height? Let's just call it h of cylinder. So R is same for both of them. So I will just say R is 3 by 2 centimeters. Height of cone given 2 centimeters. Height of cylinder is equal to total length 12 minus 2 above 2 below. So minus 2 minus 2. 8 centimeters. They've asked for the volume of air inside this model. So volume of total air in the model is volume of cylinder. These two cones are exactly the same. So I can say plus volume of cone or 2 times volume of cone. Volume of cylinder formula pi r square h. This is of cylinder. Cone 2 into 1 by 3 pi r square h. H of cone. Both the r's are same. You can take pi r square common. H cylinder plus 2 by 3 h cone. In the question, have they told to take pi as 3.14? No. So take it as 2 by 22 by 7. 22 by 7 into 3 by 2 the whole square. H of cylinder 8 plus 2 by 3 h of cone is 2. On solving this, we get 66 centimeter cube. question 3. A gulab jamun contains sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. So if this is my gulab jamun, 30% of this is sugar syrup. Okay. Find approximately how much syrup would be there in 45 such gulab jamuns, each shaped like a cylinder with two hemispherical ends, with length 5 centimeters and diameter 2.8 centimeter. Length given is 5 centimeters and diameter is 2.8. If diameter is 2.8, radius is 1.4. Here also radius is 1.4. So what will be the height of the cylinder? You can say R is equal to 1.4 centimeters. Height of cylinder is equal to 5 minus 1.4 minus 1.4. 5 minus 2.8. 2.2 centimeters. So what is the volume of the jamun? I can say volume of cylinder plus the two hemispheres. So 2 times volume of hemisphere. Volume of cylinder pi r square h plus 2 into volume of hemisphere 2 by 3 pi r cube. 22 by 7 into r 1.4 square into h 2.2 plus 2 into 2 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 1.4 cube. On solving this, we get the volume of jamun to be 25.03 centimeter cube. Now 30% of this is sugar syrup. So volume of sugar syrup in one jamun. % of volume of jamun. 30 by 100 into 25.03. On solving this, you get 7.50 centimeter cube. They've told there are 45 jamuns. So for 45 jamuns, volume of sugar syrup is equal to 45 into 7.5. 337.5 centimeter cube. Question 4. A pen stand made of wood is in the shape of a cuboid. So you can see the cuboid with 4 conical depressions to hold pens. It's like this. The dimensions of the cuboid are 15 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 3.5 centimeter. Let me draw one such structure. So it is 15 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 3.5. Whenever they give dimensions like this, it means LBH, length, breadth, height. The radius of each of the conical depressions. So there are 4 such depressions. I will mark 1 and there are 4 more, okay? I mean 3 more. Each radius is 0.5. And the height of each, or the depth, how deep it is dug inside, 1.4. Find the volume of the wood in the entire stand. Easy question. Volume of wood will be volume of cuboid minus these 4 parts are removed out. So 4 parts are removed out. Each of them is a cone. Agreed? Volume of cuboid length into breadth into height, minus 4 into volume of cone. Each cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Now, before we do this, what's the length, breadth and height? Length of the cuboid 15, breadth 10, height 3.5 centimeters. For the cone, radius of the cone 0.5 centimeters. Height of the cone, there is height here and here, so change the symbol. HC will write for cone. CO, yeah. 1.4 centimeters. Substitute 15 into 10 into 3.5 minus 4 into 1 by 3 into value of pi, take it as 22 by 7 because it's not mentioned in the question to take it as 3.14. R 0.5 square into 1.4. On solving this, we get 523.5 centimeter cube. So before we go to the next question, we need to understand a little bit of physics here. Archimedes principle. Suppose there is a bucket of water and I put one wooden substance here. This is made of wood. It's filled with water. This wooden substance will take so much space. If I put this wooden substance, let's say this wooden substance is 1 kg. This is the size. I have one more bucket of water and I have a substance made of iron. Iron is heavier than wood, so this is approximately 5 kgs. But the size of this and the size of this is same. Wood is lighter, iron is heavier. Both their sizes are same. But this is 1 kg weight, 5 kg weight. Size, same. So now, like for example, these two, let's say it's both of same size. This is plastic. Even this is plastic container, but inside there's a metal in this. It's like a transformer. So this is light in weight. This is heavier in weight, but sizes are same. Possible? Yes, possible. So what we understand by this is 5 kg mass, this is 1 kg mass, but both of them are same size. Fine? Okay. Now I have dipped it in water. This wood is now in water. This iron block is now in water. Tell me, in which case will more water fall out? Case 2, because iron is heavy? Wrong. In both the cases, same water will fall out. Why? Full water is here, full water is here. For 1 kg block to fit here, what should I do? I should remove this much water. This much is the size, I want that much place. I have to just make empty space. I removed that much water. So this 1 kg block correctly fits here. So this much water has fallen out. Now, if I want this 5 kg iron block to fit in, I will not see the weight. I will see its size. Whatever is the size, that much space I will make. I'll remove it and put it out. Now this iron block will exactly fit here. So you will see in both the cases the same water came out. This is Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle tells you that if an object is immersed in water, the volume of water that is removed out or spills out is equal to the volume of the object dipped in. Whatever is the volume of the object, that much space I want, that much volume I will remove. So this volume of water that is removed out, is it the same of this volume of wood? Yes. This volume of water that has come out here, is it the same of this volume of iron? Yes. So it's nothing to do with weight. Size has nothing to do with weight here, it only depended on volume. I repeat, Archimedes' principle tells you that if an object is immersed in water, the amount of water displaced, the amount of water spilled out, the amount of water removed is the same as the volume of the object itself. A vessel is in the form of an inverted cone. So it's an ulta cone. Its height is 8 centimeters and the radius of the top, which is open, it's open, there's no lid, is 5 centimeters. So it's an empty vessel in the form of a cone. It is filled with water up to brim. Full, we have filled it with water. When lead shots, each of which is a sphere of radius 0.5 centimeters, are dropped into a vessel. So we keep dropping lead shots. Every time I put a lead shot, see it's full. If I put a lead shot, water will fall. If I put a lead shot, water will fall. If I put a lead shot, water will fall. 1/4 of the water flows out. So how much water has come out? If this is the volume of the cone, the water comes out, the water that comes out is 1/4 of the volume of the cone. Find the number of lead shots dropped in the vessel. Let's understand this question. See, if I drop one lead shot inside, that much water will come out. If I drop one more lead shot inside, that much water will come out. So can I say this? See, one lead shot, that much water. One more lead shot, that much water. One more lead shot, that much water. So there are so many lead shots. All their water together is 1/4 of the volume. Agreed? One lead shot, that much volume. One more lead shot, the same lead shot's volume. Agreed? Yes? So I can say here, what can I say? First let's find the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone is given as 1/3 pi r square h. What's the radius? 5. Height 8. 1/3 into pi. Don't substitute for pi because substituting pi only will make it a little lengthy for you. Is this your final answer? No. We don't want the volume. This is just a step in our problem. R 5 square, H 8. 25 into 8. 200 by 3. So 200 by 3 pi centimeter cube is the volume of the cone. 1/4 of this, 1/4 volume of this is the water displaced. Agreed? This 1/4 volume, see how many lead shots are there in this 1/4 volume? I don't know. Let's say n lead shots. Total volume is nothing but one volume of this is V. I can say N into V. Yes. So N into V of lead shot. Each lead shot will give some volume. Volume of lead shot, volume of lead shot, volume of lead shot, volume of lead shot. Total volume of this N into each volume of lead shot. So 1/4 of 200 pi by 3 is equal to N is the number of lead shots. What is the volume of each lead shot? It is a sphere. Sphere means 4/3 pi r cube. What is the radius of lead shot? Let's just say RL. Each radius of the lead shot is given in the question as 0.5 centimeters. So it becomes 1/4 200 pi by 3 n into 4/3 pi 0.5 cube. 3 cancels, pi cancels, 4 ones are 4, 50s are. 50 is equal to n into 4 into 0.5 into 0.5 into 0.5. N is equal to 50 divided by 4 into 0.5 into 0.5 into 0.5. I will remove the decimal. So multiply and divide with 10, multiply and divide with 10, multiply and divide with 10. So 50 into 1000 divided by 4 into 5 into 5 into 5. 4 ones are, okay, let's not do this. 5 ones are 5, 5 tens are. Fine. So this becomes 5 into 5 into 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 0, 0, 0. 5 ones are 5 fours are 20, 0, 0. 5 ones are 5 eights are 40, 0. N is nothing but 80. So that means 80 lead shots are dipped in the cone. So 50 into 10 into 10 into 10 divided by 4 into 0.5 into 10, 5. 0.5 into 10, 5. 0.5 into 10, 5. 5 ones are 2s are. 5 ones are 2s are. 5 ones are 2s are. 2 ones are 2 2s are. 2 ones are 2 2s. 2 ones are 2 ones are. So 50 into 2, 100. N is equal to 100. Therefore 100 lead shots. Question 6. A solid iron pole consists of a cylinder of height 220 centimeters and base 24 centimeters. So 220 centimeters height and base 24, which is surmounted by, that means it is below, another cylinder of height 60 centimeters and radius 8. See, this whole thing is 24. So this means this is 12. Another cylinder is on it. Is it exactly on it? Is it closing it? No. It is only of radius 8. See, this is 12. So this will be smaller. Radius 8 and height 60. Find the mass of the pole given that 1 centimeter cube of iron has approximately 8 gram mass. 1 centimeter cube iron has 8 gram mass. So if I somehow find the volume of the whole thing, V centimeter cube will have how much mass? Easy. So if we just find the volume. So let's say the small one is our cylinder 1 and this is cylinder 2. So for cylinder 1, H1 is given as 60 centimeters, R1 is given as 8 centimeters. Find the volume of cylinder 1, pi R square H. Pi, take it as 3.14 into 8 square into 60. Similarly for cylinder 2, H2 is given as 220 centimeters, R2 is 12, V2, volume of that will be pi R square H, R2, R2. This is 1 and 1. 3.14 into 12 square into 220. Calculate and see how much do you get in both the cases. Verify it. So you get volume of first cylinder as 99475.23 centimeter, sorry, 99475.2 centimeter cube, and 120 volume of second cylinder 12057.6 centimeter cube. What will be the volume of the pole? Volume of first cylinder plus volume of second cylinder. 99475.2 plus 12057.6. You get? So you get 311,532.8 centimeter cube. It is given that 1 centimeter cube weighs 8 grams. So 111,532.8 will weigh how many grams? You can therefore say mass of the pole is equal to 111,532.8 into 8. How much do we get? We get 892262.4 grams, or if you want to convert it kg, 3 decimals, 892.26 kg. A solid consisting of a right circular cone of height 120 centimeter and radius 60 centimeter standing on a hemisphere. So the cone is standing on a hemisphere. Is it standing like this or is it standing like this? Check the radiuses of the two. Are they matching? Radius 60 centimeter, radius 60 centimeter matching. So you can say stand in this. Height of the cone given is 120. Radius of this cone is 60. Radius of hemisphere also 60. It is placed upright in a right circular cylinder full of water such that it touches the bottom. Let's say we have a cylinder filled with water such that if this is placed upright in this, it's telling you that it's touching the bottom. Find the volume of the water left in the cylinder if the radius of the cylinder is 60. They've given this is also 60. This radius also 60. See, this 60 we already know. This is also 60. That means it's exactly fitting in. If they are not given that, let's say the radius of the cylinder was 80, then your figure would look like this. There is space here. Understanding? Okay. And the height of this whole thing is 180. Volume of cylinder minus volume of this solid will give volume of water left. Yes, obviously. This will only that much water can fit here. See, water can fit only in these regions. That is nothing but volume of cylinder minus volume of solid. So let's begin. First you find the volume of solid. So first we are doing the solid case. Now in the solid case, cone radius is 60 centimeters, height of cone is 120 centimeters, radius of hemisphere also 60. So I can say volume of solid is equal to volume of hemisphere plus volume of cone. Volume of hemisphere 2 by 3 pi r cube plus volume of cone 1 by 3 pi r square h. Pi is not given in the question, so take it as 3.14. Sorry, 22 by 7. If it's given the question, then only you take it as 3.14. So 2 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 60 cube plus 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 60 square into h. What is the h? 120. We get 3168000 by 7 plus 3168000 by 7. Adding the two, you get 336000 by 7 centimeter cube. Now taking volume of cylinder, radius of cylinder 60, height of cylinder is 180. So pi r square h, 22 by 7 into 60 square into 180. We get 1425600 by 7 centimeter cube. So what is the volume of water remaining? Volume of full cylinder minus volume of the solid. Volume of cylinder, that's volume of solid, yes. Volume of cylinder 1425600 by 7 minus 6336000 by 7. Both of their LCMs are same, so you have to just subtract the 2 by 7. So if we subtract 1425600 by 6336000 0000 5 minus 3 2 zeros are 13 12 12 minus 3 9 13 minus 6 7. You will get 792 followed by 4 zeros and 7. We get 1131,428.57 centimeter cube. If you want to convert this meter cube, how to convert? 1131,428.57 centimeter cube means centimeter, centimeter, centimeter. If you want to convert each one to meter, what to do? 1131,428.57 1 by 100 meter, 1 by 100 meter, 1 by 100 meter, or divided by 10 power 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.13 meter cube. If you want to convert directly from centimeter cube to meter cube, divide by 10 power 6. Question 8. A spherical glass vessel has a cylindrical neck 8 centimeter long, 2 centimeter in diameter. So, we have a spherical glass vessel that has a cylindrical neck whose neck is 8 centimeters long and 2 centimeter diameter. 2 centimeter diameter means 1 centimeter radius. The diameter of the spherical part is 8.5 centimeters. Spherical part diameter is 8.5. So, radius is 8.5 by 2 centimeters. By measuring the amount of water it holds, a child finds its volume to be 345 centimeter cube. Check whether she is correct, taking the above as the inside measurements and pi is equal to 3.14. So, radius of cylinder is equal to 1 centimeter, height of cylinder is equal to 8 centimeter. Radius of sphere 8.5 by 2 centimeter. They are telling you there is a child who has measured the volume and according to that child it is 345 centimeter cube. You check whether that's correct. Easy question. So, if I keep filling water in this, the whole thing will fill plus the cylinder will fill. So, what is the volume of the water in the vessel? Volume of cylinder plus volume of sphere. Therefore, total volume of water, volume of sphere plus volume of cylinder. Volume of sphere 4 by 3 pi r cube. Which r is this? Sphere's r. Plus volume of cylinder pi r square h. Which r is this? Cylinder's r. Which h is this? Cylinder's h. Substitute. You can take pi common. So you get 4 by 3 r sphere cube plus r cylinder square h cylinder. 3.14 into 4 by 3. Sphere is how much? 8.5 by 2 whole cube plus cylinder 1 square into 8. On solving this we get 346.51 centimeter cube. The child got the result as 345 centimeter cube, which is incorrect because this is 346.51 centimeter cube.